Because often we feel that switching to new working practices, like moving to hybrid and stuff, is beyond my pay grade and that. But I guess what you're proposing there is by saying even simple things like doing team agreements, then you can make local changes, can't you? There's a lot more in a team's gift than maybe they think there is.
Yes, absolutely. And I think people are often kind of, there's nothing I can do. But actually, there is. We've always got some freedom to act. That's another phrase I use a lot. And we've always got some freedom to act. And, you don't need anybody's permission to work on building better relationships with your colleagues. You don't need permission to be able to kind of go, oh, actually, I don't collaborate very much with that person over there in that team and that function, but they might be able to help me do my job better. If I don't know them directly, who do I know who does know them? You
Mm.
know, you don't need permission to do that. There's a lot that people can do at different levels, individually, as a team, and as a whole organization system. And I'm hoping, my intent is to make it practical, so whoever reads the book can go, do you know, there's some things here that I can do. And if my role requires of me to take a more strategic perspective and to really reimagine how work happens in our organization, I've got a guide here. I've got some things that I need to think about, which is in the Omni-Working framework, and I've got some things to get me going. That's my intent.
And it's a shift away from sort of senior management consult and decide, is generative co-creation, which again, so much research supports this. It's such a really simple, elegant concept that you're coming up with there, isn't it? Which is, just inviting people in and they feel great sense of ownership in terms of, rather than being done to, they've got a stake in this actually working, haven't they?
Yes, but it requires some changes because we know that there are some constructs of organizations which want and have historically been very command and control. A few people in senior roles will make decisions that impact everybody. And that's still a valid approach to organizational change. I'm not saying that should never happen. But what I'm encouraging leaders to do is go, do you know, there are other ways. And they may require, well, they will also require you to kind of take a step back. You're still involved. You still will make some ultimate decisions. You set your framework. We're back to freedom within a framework again. You set your framework about where people have the space to decide. And it might be within your guiding principles, or it might be a different framework that you agree. And then you're there as a sponsor, you're there as an enabler, you're there maybe to have the final decision,